Hi, Monty here again. So I want to talk a little bit about staying fit, because if you want to be able to hike and backpack and go more than a mile from where you're parking your car when you're going fishing, if you want to be able to go backpacking with your grandkids, you gotta stay in shape, and that fight has to start early. I'm 48 years old. I'm gonna be 49 in January, so I'm no spring chicken. And fitness has always been something close and personal to me since I first started working out when I was probably a sophomore in high school. And the way that my exercise routine has evolved is where I work out as little as possible, eat as much as I can to maintain the physique and the shape that I want to be in. So if you're someone who has always wanted to lose a few pounds, or someone who has always had trouble keeping that New Year's resolution, I'm going to go over the way that I handle this situation, because it might work for you. It doesn't cost any money. It doesn't make you go to a gym. You don't got to go to a boot camp where you got some guy having you flipping tractor tires. Flip that tire! I don't know if that works for anybody. That doesn't work for me. I know I used to get on a Stairmaster, and all I know is that thing was hard, and it was almost like a torture device, and I hated it. So I don't do things that I don't like anymore. So if you're someone who has never been able to get an exercise routine, has never been able to keep a sensible diet in place, this is what I do. I do not eat, and maybe this will work for you, maybe you want to try it, because I'm telling you, you can do this. You can have the physique you've always wanted, but you were frustrated that you couldn't. If you just start slow and realize that it's taken you your entire life to become the person you are, you're not going to change that overnight. So the first thing you want to do is start weighing yourself every morning to see which way you're going with as far as your fitness level goes and your food goes. So I'm a calories in, calories out guy. I make a target for calories for me every day. I try to say, okay, I'm going to try to eat no more than 2,000 calories a day. I usually end up around 2,700 calories a day. That's why you want to shoot with a low number, because you're always going to leak over. Next, start reading labels. Go to your kitchen right now and start looking at how much stuff, all the food you eat. How much is a serving of pasta? How many servings per container? If you're eating oatmeal, start using a measuring cup. I measure everything. Parmesan cheese, I count every calorie. Look at how many calories a scoop of mayonnaise has in it, so that if you say, okay, I want my sauce on the side, you know how much calories you're saving. Look how much a slice of cheese has in it. Then you just want to craft your diet, and you're going to find that junk food isn't going to be something you're going to be able to afford, because you're going to have to look at calories like it's currency. And you only have so much currency you can spend. So mowing that half an Entenmann's cake isn't going to be something that you could afford to do. So on that end, you want to start counting your calories, limit your calories, at least find out how many calories you're eating a day. If you're not happy that you can seem to be gaining weight and you see, well, I'm eating 6,000 calories a day, well, that's how many calories a lumberjack needs to go out and cut down trees all day. So you can't eat that much. You just can't do it. And as you get older, you're going to be able to eat less and less. I'm 48 years old. I can barely eat anything anymore, I'm measuring out my half cup of oatmeal in the morning, and I'm sprinkling in a couple pinches. I think I'm getting over because I'm getting 2 more pinches of oatmeal. I measure my Parmesan cheese. I pre-portion everything. If you've got kids, it's going to be a lot harder. I don't have kids, so if you got kids and you got a relationship and you're married, it's probably impossible. But the whole thing is, you're going to do what you can do. Then start walking around the block every day. If you can do so safely, take a walk every morning or every evening or in the afternoon when you have time. Walk for at least 30 minutes. Walk briskly. I don't mean you gotta walk funny like those speed walkers. I'm checking to make sure no one's passing me. You know those guys that walk funny? No, just walk with a purpose. Walk for whatever you're comfortable doing, you know? And one thing is, you can have faith. Once you start walking, it always feels good. No matter how tired you were, no matter how much you were dreading it, just take that walk every day. And if you got kids, maybe you can leave the devices at home, and that could be the chance that everybody talks for 20 minutes while you're walking. So, you know, I walk 7 days a week. I either walk or I run. So what you want to do is you want to walk briskly, take your car, drive around a block or two, see how far it is. Maybe it's a mile, maybe it's 2 miles. And then you build that discipline to do that every day. If you can't walk every day for a half hour, you're sure as heck not going to get dressed, drive your car, go to a gym, and work out with consistency. There's too many obstacles in the way. All you got to do to walk is walk out your front door. If you can't do that safely, then, you know, get a exercise bike, something that's not too hard. You don't want to make it so hard that it's prohibitive and you're not going to do it. You want to build, because you can always add to your exercise routine. So you do that. So then maybe you walk for a while, and then maybe for a half mile you jog. Like now I run 2 miles in the morning and I walk in the afternoon 2 or 3 times a week on the same days. So when I run, I kind of shuffle my feet. I try not to have a lot of impact on my knees. And so if you're walking, maybe you want to try running for 100 yards, and then you walk, and then on the way back you run for 100 yards, and then you just add. The moral of the story is you continue to add as your health improves and you have more stamina. Now, another thing you can do is, I always put my exercise routine at home. I got a bench at home. I've already shot part 2 to this clip just to give you ideas of what kind of exercise you can do. Go buy yourself some 2, 3, 5-pound dumbbells. If you've never worked out, when you have a show that you're watching, you can stand in front of the show. You can do sets of curls. You can do these for your shoulders. You can shape up your tries. I know a lot of ladies like to get that tightened up a bit. You know, you can just sit in front of the TV. You do sets. You do it till you burn, then you sit down. Then you get up and you do another set. If you don't even want to do that, do jumping jacks. Everybody knows how to do jumping jacks. Get up, do 5 jumping jacks. Sit down. Watch TV for a couple minutes, get up. Do 5 jumping jacks. Get used to doing sets. If 5's not enough, do 10 jumping jacks or do squats. Just do something, just don't sit. You want to keep moving. So you're going to be watching your calories, you're going to build a foundation of exercise, and you're going to weigh yourself every morning, and then you're going to see over weeks whether your water weight's going to fluctuate day to day. You know, you're going to be like, oh, it's an emotional roller coaster. But as you progress, you're going to see how much you need to exercise and how much you can eat to slowly lose weight. 14 months ago, it was February 1st, 2018. I was 195 pounds and I was getting old, and I said, okay, I gotta go the other direction, because I was on a fast track to something that I did not want to become. So, I mean, I'm in shape. I'm not in the best shape, but I'm in really good shape for my age. So what I did is, I already had this in place. So all I had to do was knock a 1/4 cup of food off of here. I started walking in the afternoon on top of the running, because at that point back then I was only walking every day. I wasn't even running at all. So then I started walking. I just slowly progressed and increased it. When I did my walk, I started running for, it's a big 2-mile block I'd go around. That it's complete as 2 miles, so each section is a half a mile. So I would jog for half a mile, walk, jog for half a mile. Then it turned into me running the whole time, and then it turned in, and this happens over the course of months, you know. Then it turned into me running in the morning after I lifted weights, and then I would walk in the afternoon. And now I'm down to 170, 165 to 170. So I've lost like 30 pounds. So I wasn't fat, but I had a lot of muscle weight too. So now that I'm down to where I want to be, I'm going to start eating a little more, exercising a little less, keep weighing myself every morning, and when I see that I'm at break even, then I'm good. Or if I'm break even, or if I'm gaining a couple weights, because then all I got to do to lose the weight, if you keep it within a little bit of within that certain range, it's easy to get back to where you are. It's kind of like if you've never exercised regularly and you've never watched your diet, it's the whole thing with the frog in the boiling water, you know, like going and joining a gym or going to a boot camp. That's like throwing the frog in boiling water. You want to heat that water up slowly and just let the frog become, you know, until the frog, you're the frog. You don't want to shock the system. You want it to happen slowly, and you want to realize you're gonna fail every day. It's a game of inches, you know. You're just gonna fail, and you're gonna realize it, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna try, and it could take you 5 years to get to where you want to be, but when you get to where you want to be, it's going to be lasting. It's not going to be like a resolution, because you're going to go through a transformation. You're going to become the person you've always dreamed of being. You're going to, I mean if you're happy with who you are, that's great. But if you're someone that's getting older and you're not liking the extra weight you're putting on, you got to make adjustments. And the first thing you got to do is identify if you have a calorie problem, or if you have an action, or you have a fitness problem, or a combination of the two. Another thing you can start doing is, I always have to preface this saying, if you can do so safely, never park close to wherever you're going. Park in the farthest stretch of the parking lot and walk. Make yourself walk as much as possible. Take the stairs when you can. If you're gonna go to Carl's Jr. or you're gonna go mow some stuff, order the burger with no sauce. Okay, you saved 100 calories there. When they give you the giant cup, fill it with ice water instead of soda. You save 300 calories there. Maybe you want to not get the meal with the big fries, just get a small fry. You know, I get a burger with no sauce, no cheese, and a small fry and a cup of water. That's reasonable. You know, you can eat that and still eat your veggies and whatever you're going to have for the rest of the day. It's just calories are currency when you're trying to control your weight, and that's the way you got to look at it. So I hope this talk was useful, and you just gotta fight this fight. It's a personal fight, and it's something that you can do, and it's something you just gotta give yourself a break. You've got to transform. It's taken you forever to become who you are. You don't need to buy expensive meals from Weight Watchers or something like that, because all they're doing is what I'm telling you to do. They're trying to control your calories. You can control your calories, and it's going to get to the time, like when I'm walking through the store and I'm waiting to check out, I always just look at the candy bars, and I look at the labels of everything in the store, and I just see how many calories, and you're just going to start looking at stuff and going, I can't even buy this. I can't even bring it home. I mean, you go to my apartment, it's Mother Hubbard's cupboard. I don't keep any food in my house. I don't trust myself, and I don't eat out, you know, and everything I do, I pre-portion and I measure my food, and that's the way you're going to go. And I'm just telling you, you can do it. You can do it, and you can succeed. And you just gotta have faith in it, that it's gonna work, and you gotta have faith that no matter how many times you fail in a row, eventually you're gonna start getting better. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was useful to you. And thank you for watching my channel.